I've got an idea. Let's get out in the great outdoors. Wow, friends, I'm here on this beautiful windy day in October, and I'm here with you to explore this wonderful park called Huff Park. I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow your house down. No, I'm not. We're going to explore Huff Park, and we're going to look at it. Well, let's go explore Huff Park. We're walking down the trail, and we're going to make a loop. And look at the ecosystem here. It's mostly deciduous forest when you start off. So let's see what we can find at Huff Park. What a great exploration. We're still heading down this trail at Huff Park. And so far it's kind of like mixed deciduous forest and then some openings too. This is a really cool ecosystem. I'm with a friend who's really into birds. He's a great birder, and we're kind of looking for birds that might be here at this park. Hey, look at that. What is that up in the tree? Whoa, hornet's nest. That looks like a hornet's nest from bald-faced hornets. I bet they're part of a food web here at Huff Park. Wow, cool. When you come down that trail at Huff Park, you'll come to this split. This way goes to the boardwalk, which goes out to a really cool marsh. And this way goes to one of the best birding spots here at Huff Park, according to my friend. So we're gonna keep walking down this trail, which is kind of open woodland. You see these openings over here, and there's houses over here. And a really good spot for birds in this park. We'll come back on that boardwalk through the marsh. Wow, Huff Park is beautiful. Wow, check this out. Now the trail is becoming more shrubby. Now we have many more shrubs and smaller trees. And look what's on these trees. I'm not sure exactly what kind this is. I think it might be buckthorn. But these berries are real attractive to birds. So this is one reason maybe why this trail has so many birds along it in the mornings. So here are some berries on a shrub, and that's food for a lot of birds that come through here. Awesome. Wow, here's another great food source for birds and other animals. Crab apples, remember these? Yeah, we've seen these before. When birds are migrating or birds that stay this long into the fall, they love these crab apples if that's what they eat. Crab apples, that's a great producer for the birds here at this park. Wow, here's another great producer at Huff Park. This producer's called gray dogwood. And while these berries are not good for humans, gray dogwood has great berries for birds, mice, chipmunks. Many animals will eat these berries from gray dogwood. That's a great native shrub to have at a park like Huff Park. Wow, this trail's kind of opening up, and this trail now is more shrubby. So really good habitat for different species of birds and a great ecosystem. Now it's more of a shrub ecosystem than large deciduous trees. There are a few junipers mixed in here too. It's a really cool park. Beautiful. Wow, check out these beautiful purple leaves. Pretty cool. Like being in an art gallery out here. So we're coming down this trail at Huff Park, and you come to this first curve, and there's this field. Look at this. There's a robin sitting right here in this field. So this is a whole different ecosystem now. It's like this opening right in the middle of this deciduous forest and shrubs. Oh, there's several robins here. I think they're probably migrating through this area right now. Beautiful. Wow, Huff Park has some really cool ecosystems. Wow, this is so cool. My friend Jim just spotted a really cool bird called a yellow-rumped warbler. It doesn't nest here. It's just migrating through. Yellow-rumped warbler. Take a look at that bird. Beautiful. Here's the male yellow-rumped warbler in the springtime. The female and the fall male look alike. This is what they look like. They eat mostly small invertebrates like insects. Wow, there's Virginia creeper. Beautiful. Wow, in this more open ecosystem where these fields are, there's more of wild grape. Look at this. Yeah, wild grape is growing on a crab apple. There's like a grocery store here. There's crab apples up here and wild grapes over here. This is a great place for birds and other animals to find food. These are great producers. Wild grapes and crab apples. Yum. Wow, another cool bird that my friend Jim found is an eastern phoebe. It's a type of flycatcher, and it kind of like flicks its tail, so you can tell what it is sometimes from a great distance. Here's a picture of the eastern phoebe. It's a type of bird called a flycatcher, so you can figure out what it eats. Wow, these trees are just full of birds. Can't see them all right now, but this is wow, there goes a robin, wow. This is awesome. Lots of great ecosystems here. Shh, quiet, there's more bird watchers here. More people here looking at nature at this park. I wonder what they're looking at. So we're at a corner now. We're probably in the southwest part of the park, and we're just coming up to a really cool switch of ecosystems. We have this open woodland and field and shrub ecosystem. Now we're heading into a boardwalk where it gets wet sometimes. I can't wait to see what's there. Here's this cool creek that flows into or out of, I think it flows into the park. I think this might be Ball Creek, I'm not sure. This is a whole different ecosystem. Look at that creek. I'm sure there are animals that live under the surface of that water. This is a great park for seeing diversity of plants and animals. Huff Park, pretty cool. We're on the southern end of the park now. Wow, we just saw another cool bird called an American goldfinch. Another cool bird that lives here at Huff Park. In the spring and summer, the American goldfinch is bright yellow, but in the fall and winter, it's a little more plain with white wing bars. Wetland. Now this wetland is kind of a swamp because there are standing trees in it. So this is really cool and really good habitat for woodpeckers. Look at all those dead trees. I wonder if we'll see a pileated woodpecker.
Behind it.
Wow, we just spotted a pileated woodpecker. It's hard to see, it's over here in the forest. I'll show you a picture of it. Pileated woodpecker. That's a really cool bird that lives here at Huff Park. This woodpecker is huge, almost the size of a crow. It eats insects and insect larvae that it finds in trees. Friends, this is exciting. There's a lot of birds floating around here. Palm warbler, eastern bluebird. We've seen a white-throated sparrow. This is amazing. Come out here and go birding at Huff Park. Lots of birds right now. The white-throated sparrow is a fall and winter visitor here in Michigan, in this part of Michigan. It eats mostly seeds. Now we're making the loop and we're starting to kind of head back north. Look at this, now we're coming out of the forest with a lot of the dead trees into this beautiful marsh. It's a whole different ecosystem. Look at all those cattails. Cool. Now we're coming out to the part of the Great Marsh. Quite a famous part of Huff Park, this huge marsh and a really cool tower. This is where we spotted a huge red-tailed hawk soaring overhead. This is a third-level consumer and probably the apex predator in this. Cool, look at that tower in the marsh. What a great place to look for birds. Wow. Or any species of wildlife. Here's the marsh at Huff Park. Another cool ecosystem. This is a really cool spot at Huff Park. Look at this marsh tower. It's just kind of a boardwalk and deck that sticks up in the marsh. Great place to look for wildlife in this cool ecosystem at Huff Park. I wonder what we'll see. The marsh deck. The marsh is quite dry this time of the year, and we didn't see any birds on this trip. Come back in the springtime and you'll see lots of red-winged blackbirds. Now we're on the boardwalk and heading out of the marsh and kind of into this shrubby land where it's all deciduous shrubs right now. So we're heading towards the parking lot now at Huff Park. It's been beautiful.
See as many birds as they could. That's pretty
so now
cool,
we're
though.
coming off the boardwalk and we're coming back to the parking lot. And we just had a wonderful tour of Huff Park. Thank you, Grand Rapids Parks Department. What a great park this is. If you get a chance, come out and visit Huff Park. It's right in the northeast side of Grand Rapids. There's a ball field over there, picnic shelter. Wow, something for everyone.